Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video, and this is a video I wanted to do where I tried a couple times, but there were some issues going on, X, Y, or Z reasons. But I wanted to sincerely thank RB for his generosity and his kindness. And man, you sent a lot above and beyond. Thank you so much for your generosity, RB. Not just for the paid requests. Thank you for being patient, for being kind on that. But also, you sent a lot of stuff, and one of these would have sufficed, but you sent a lot. So I wanted to give a special shout out, thank you to you. That's also not to Carson. He sent me a Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 game. I'm going to make a video on that separately to thank him, because that was very kind of him. I did get another package that I don't know who it's from because it didn't say who it's from. I did message RB going, did you send me this? But I may make that separate because I just sent the message out. He's pretty busy. And whatever, I'll just make that a separate video. But getting to this, then RB, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you, man. So first off, he sent me... And yeah, if you hear background noise and stuff, that's just how the world is. Under Siege, the 4K, which has this cover, which I've never seen that cover before, to be honest. I could kind of see why I've never seen that cover before. Much prefer this. Seagull Classic. This is when Seagull was worth a spit, in my opinion, because I love Above the Law, Out for Justice being my favorite. Arrow Video put this out. I have not seen any of these, so I can't tell you how the quality is or anything. I've not seen any of them. But like this film, it has features. Now you get a Blu-ray copy. This is the 4K copy. It has commentary with the director Andrew Davis and the writer J.F. Lawton. Has a new interview with the director Andrew Davis. Has a new interview with Erica Eleniak. Has an interview with Damien Chapa. He was one of the actors, one of the good guys. And he was also Ken in that Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter movie. You have an interview with a visual effects supervisor, and then you have a booklet. So, maybe Arrow Video will do other early Seagull films, like Out for Justice, Above the Law. That'd be cool to see those. I did keep the note, just sometimes they do come with a note. So, enjoy your gift. I definitely will, thanks to you. There's a booklet in here, and then there's the disc, so... 4K of Under Siege. Very cool. Again, Seagull is a piece of shit nowadays, but he used to be worth a shit back in the day. Next up is Mallrats. Mallrats fits well in my Kevin Smith collection because I have Clerks on Blu-ray. I got the Dogma 4K. I don't know if they ever did one for Chasing Amy, but Mallrats, one of my favorite Kevin Smith films. This is when I used to like Kevin Smith. Nowadays, not so much. Back then, he was great. And what's ironic is apparently they're doing another Jay and Silent Bob film. They're going to shoot it in February. Because the world needs another one of those fucking movies. The last one was bad enough. Clerks 3 was worse enough. But this is the Arrow Video release. I did not have this film on Blu-ray. It's got the old commentary. Ben Affleck, Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith, etc. It does have the video part where you can watch them during the commentary, but it has the audio, which is fine with me. Fine with the audio. Has a new interview with Jason Mewes, a new interview with Kevin Smith, tribute to the producer Jim Jacks. It has a making of with the Minnesota crew members who worked on the film, because it was shot in Minnesota. For some reason, I guess it's animated. It even says they're animated. I don't know why, but okay. Guess just to be different. And it has the features... the old making of from the DVD, the Q&A from the 10th anniversary, the Build Me Up Buttercup music video, deleted scenes, etc. I think there was a copy where there was a second disc, but that's fine. I wonder if that's where... because I'm surprised they didn't have like the warp print version that has all the deleted scenes put back in and such, but I mean, that's not always the case. They do on these releases, to be fair. But, yeah, glad to have this because big fan of this movie. Thank you, RB. I really appreciate that. Then we have Bullet in the Head, a John Woo classic. Finally got a release here in the U.S. And this is from Shout Factory, and I did not notice any scratches. There's no gas or anything, weird stuff in there as far as I've seen. I did not check these out, but this does have, as you saw, a 4K of the film, a Blu-ray of the film, and then a Blu-ray of features. And this has a lot of stuff. This has, of course, 4K and Blu-ray of the film. Each one has a commentary from a critic. But then the Blu-ray, the third disc, has a different cut of the film called the Festival Cut. Definitely curious about that. Alternate ending, interview with the director, John Woo, interview with one of the actors, interview with the producer, interview with the editor, interview with the production planner, interview with an author, and interview with a professor. So this has a lot of stuff on there. So, Bullet in the Head. Much better than Bullet to the Head with Sylvester Stallone, but I know they're not related. It's not a remake or anything. It's just a similar title. This, I mean, if he just sent this by itself, it would have been more than enough, but this was icing on the cake. Everything else, the cherry on top. But yeah, Robot Chicken. I love the show. I only had the first 6 or 7 seasons on DVD. I don't even know if the others were got on DVD, but this is all 11 seasons and the specials. I don't know if the features are on there. They'll say on the back, but I love this show. Ever since I first saw the one where the Smurfs were in the middle of the movie 7, I fell in love with this. And the way they parody Scooby-Doo, Superman, Batman, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Freddy Krueger, various other pop culture. It's pretty much kind of stat, but imagine the special, season 1, and the disc are stat, season 2, season 3, and it goes on all the way to season 10 and 11. So I definitely want to give this a watch one day, like all the way through, because I don't think I got to see the later seasons. So this is pretty awesome, and it's pretty spendy. So thank you, I appreciate it. And then this was pretty random, but nice gift. Three's Company, the whole series, 8 seasons, plus the spin-offs, The Ropers, and Three's a Crowd. So that was very kind of him. I didn't even have this on my Amazon wish list because I've never seen the show. Now I know of the show. John Ritter. I am a fan of John Ritter. I didn't get to see a lot of his TV work though. There was a TV show he was doing when he passed away. There was one he played a cop called Hooperman, and I think there was one. Was a Love of a Kind, something with love in the title. I think he did a couple TV shows. Now I know the premise. I know the theme song. Come on, knock on our door. Come on, knock on our door. And I didn't. I love the film Stay Tuned. That's where I mostly know John Ritter from. Stay Tuned, or the 1990s Stephen King's It. Those are where I mainly know him from and enjoyed his work in those. But in Stay Tuned, when they're flipping channels, he's on the set of this show. And it's like, no! And then flips. So even then, like, I knew of the show, so I got the joke, but this actually opens up like this. So yeah, this is the entire show. It's got Don Knotts in it, Suzanne Summers, Joyce DeWitt, and others. Now, the way they did this company is a bit weird and kind of cheap, is they just, that like that, which is like, what the fuck? So, like, this is season 1 to 2 to 3, etc. And some of these seasons, they do have features. So, for example, season 4, disc 3, Nancy Ritter interview, Don Knotts and Richard Klein interview, casting Don Knotts, casting Suzanne Summers. So each of these seasons, the last disc has a couple features. So I'm assuming they had season 1, season 2, season 3, and then now just put it in this set and just use these. And these are the Ropers, and the other spinoff 3's a Crowd. There you go. I actually tried to look up to see if there's other TV shows like this, of the ones I grew up with, but Home Improvement I technically do have the bootlegs, but they worked so far so well. Like, they don't really have one for Whose Line Is It Anyway? At least the full show. They don't really have one on Spin City. Not really. There's like a foreign one, but I don't even know if that's legit. And it's way too expensive. What else? There's a Drew Terry one, but it's not all the episodes. I have Elf from Shout Factory. I do have that one. I have The Dead Zone. Anthony Michael Hall. They never did one with Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe, which was disappointing. And I have Robot Chicken, thanks to him. So I have a few. So thanks to him. So, but yeah, Three's Company. Now I have that thanks to him. I also did get 2 video games for PS5, which is very nice of him. So I got Alone in the Dark, which I did have on my Amazon wish list. And thanks to him, the Amazon wish list is mostly empty now, thanks again to him. But yeah, I've heard bad things about the game, but I love horror games. I love survival horror games. I love Resident Evil, Silent Hill type of games. So I never played the other Alone in the Dark games, except the PS1 version for like only an hour. But I'm curious to give this a look still. And then he got me 2K26, which, to be honest, I've never played a 2K game, whether it be football, basketball, whatever. And the only 2 basketball games I played was NBA Jam back in the day. Is it the shoes? Or this awful fucking Bulls versus Blazers for like Super Nintendo, which is fucking awful. But yeah, I've never played a 2K game, so maybe one day I will. We'll see. Unless someone requests it. Same with this. But actually, I just wanted to show, just from time to time on streams, people ask me about the PS5. The only time I played the PS5 so far is for Spider-Man 2, and it worked very well, thanks to Lucas, who sent in the request for that, as well as James and others, where, you know, got the game, then played it, and all this. Like, a lot of people helped out on that, believe it or not, and it's very nice of them to do so. James in particular, man, got me the PS5, and it's insane. And then Lucas helped me get this. I mean, that's still, I still have, I mean, these are all the games I have for now. I mean, thanks to RB, I have Alone in the Dark, and I have 2K26. And so I have Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I haven't played yet. The Callisto Protocol, which I played the PS4 version, but I want to play this version, because this version will be less glitchy, be a lot smoother. I mentioned to play this game one day again, because I like this game, actually. Fuck the DLC. Never playing that, but I like this game. I want to play it in a smoother way, and not janky like the PS4. Dead Space Remake, which I haven't played yet, but I love Dead Space 1 and 2, but I definitely want to play this someday. Rollercoaster Road City, which I haven't played yet, but I do want to play this. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 has all 3 of them on there. Which I know I just played Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time a few months ago, but who knows, you know, maybe I'll play the first game one day on the channel. If so, I'm going to use this, and then Spider-Man 2. So, thanks to RB and James and Lucas, and, you know, I have these. Most of them not played, but this did get requested. This one, to be fair, this did get requested. So this will be played sometime. I don't know when, but this will be played sometime. This did get requested. These others did not. So, if anyone wants to request them, let me know. I'm a whore. I know, I'm a whorish. Well, if you're right, you're right. Before I get to the other stuff, I did pick up one thing. 1408. This is the new Lionsgate Limited. This is a steel book, which pulls out like this, so it looks like the door. I don't remember if the door was green like this in the movie. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. But I got this because it has both cuts of the film. Now, these are 4Ks. 4K of the theatrical, 4K of the director's cut, and then a Blu-ray that has the features. But the only time you could get the theatrical with the happier ending was on DVD. I think it was like the 2-disc DVD, I think. Or if you have the overseas foreign Blu-ray. But again, this actually has both cuts, which is nice. And apparently has a new feature, Don't Enter 1408, which I haven't seen yet, so I don't know what that entails, but glad to have this, because I'm a fan of this movie. I think this is a very good film. Much better than their follow-up, Cell, with these two in it, and that was a piece of shit. Last but not least, we have Funko Pops that he sent me, which I thought this was good. I don't really collect Funko Pops. I mean, the only one I have is this Rocky one, because someone sent that to me. And hey, it's Rocky, why not? But he sent me quite a few Funko Pops. Now, apparently the only thing that's, I guess, is coming in the mail that he said was, I think he sent me a Northern Exposure on DVD, which is interesting because I haven't thought of that show since I was a kid. Because I remember the theme song, and I remember like Rob Murrow was in it, Janine Turner from Cliffhanger's in it, quirky characters in Alaska, but I never watched the show. Like, I know of it, I saw clips of it back when I was a kid, but never watched it. But anyway, he sent me The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and IRS, which I thought this was cute. Again, I thought this was cute. Which is ironic because he's in trouble with the government, especially his son, and who works for the government? A Renard Shyster. So, how ironic is that? The $1 Million Man's going to need a lot more millions to get him and his son, especially his son, out of trouble, but yeah, never even knew they made these, but that's pretty cute. And then we have, there's a sticker in front of this, but it's Brock Lesnar, which I guess is an Amazon exclusive, but this is what he looks like here. So that's pretty cute. We'll put these right here. Then we have Shaquille O'Neal, the Shaq Attack, with the Orlando Magic. I do love the banter he has with Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA. I have seen bits of that. Even though I don't get a chance to watch much basketball, but I've seen the highlights, clips on YouTube, and I love Charles Barkley. And I like Shaq, and their back and forth is always fun. So, but yeah, I'm a big Charles Barkley fan. But yeah, I like Shaq. Not his movies, but I like Shaq. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if they ever did a Charles Barkley one of these. And last but not least, Max, as in Mad Max, the Road Warrior. But that's pretty cool that you have Max, the Road Warrior himself, as it says there. So that's pretty cool. So that'd be funny if they had one of like Cobra, Marion Cobretti or something. But yeah, Max. And gotta put Mad Max on top, man. He's the Road Warrior. Right there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, hell, that's more than enough. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you so much for being so generous, man. Extremely generous. In fact, I'll put the extremely generous gifts from RB. So thank you, because it's just a lot. I mean, like, this alone. But, man, thank you so much, man. I hope you're doing well. I don't know what I do to deserve this. I don't ever feel like I deserve that, but you guys, with the paid requests, being generous like this, you guys are the reason to keep this channel going. So, thank you so much. You don't know how much I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.